from LP Savani Riverside School, Krupali Home. It's our new chapter, chapter number 5, Coal and Petroleum. In your daily life, you are being in contact with many types of the liquid, and the water is the main source of the life. But here is we are going to discuss about coal and petroleum. Now, how this is helpful in our daily life. Suppose you are getting to take example of the vehicle. Your vehicle must need it for petrol and diesel for work. And how this petrol and diesel will come from and how we are getting obtain it. This all discussion will be in this chapter. Let's start with the introduction. We use various materials for our basic needs. Some of them are found in nature and some have been made by human efforts. It's not necessary that whatever we are working in our whatever we are using in our daily life, it's always in the natural condition available. Some things are made up of the human efforts also. Activity 5.1, where what you have to do is make a list of various materials used by us in our daily life and classify them as natural and man-made. Suppose you are going to make this list, then you can start like petrol, diesel. They are natural. Then after you can take whatever you are using in your daily life. Suppose natural fibers, then the man-made fibers, the source of the things which is makes your life easy to live. Does this list include air, water, soil and minerals? Of course, this all is natural thing which is available for our lives. Since all these are obtained from nature, they are called natural resources. It is the define of the natural resources. All these things which are obtained from the nature, the things is available in the free by nature is known as the natural resources. Can we use all our natural resource forever? Is it the limitation kind that air is in a certain amount only for use for 3 to 5 years only, water will be not available after certain liters? There is limitation or not? Let's see. Can air, water and soil be exhausted by human activities? If you are use water or if you are using air for your respiration and for living you are use soil, then there is any time in the further future where it will be get finished. You have already studied about water in class 7. Is water limitless resource? In the light of the availability of various resources in nature, natural resource can be broadly classified into two kinds. Natural resource means which is freely available by the nature itself. It is called natural resource. There is not any kind of human contribution in the formation of natural resource. Now there are two main type of the natural resources. First one is inexhaustible natural resources and the second one is exhaustible natural resources. Now what the name suggests, let's see. The resources are present in unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities is called inexhaustible natural resources. Exhaustible means exhausted means get finished. Whatever the resource, suppose we are taking example of the air, are present in unlimited quantity in the nature. There is unlimited quantity of air in the nature. Anyhow and any way you are using air, then even it will be not get finished in the future, are not likely to be exhausted. It means to be get used or to be get finished by human activities. By human activities, that resource will not going to finish in the future. It is called inexhaustible natural resources. And its example is sunlight and air. Sunlight is also same way will not get finished. Whatever in quantity you are going to use it. Exhaustible natural resources. There are certain natural resources which are freely provided by the nature, but it will be get finished. The amount of these resources in nature is limited. Then inexhaustible is unlimited quantity, but here is limited quantity in the case of exhaustible natural resource. They can be exhausted by human activities. Suppose you can take example of forest. Forests have limit. Yes, you can use it, but how much you are going to use it more, it will be get finished very soon. Wildlife means different creatures of the forest. Minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gases from the stuff of the soil. Whatever the product we are getting in the form of coal, petroleum or natural gases, it will be get finished very soon as you are going to use it more. It is called exhaustible natural resources. Activity number 5.2, where you have to do is take some containers, fill them with popcorn, peanuts, roasted grams, toffees. Divide students into a group of 7 each. Further divide each group into 2-3 subgroups containing 1, 2 and 4 students. Label them as first, second and third generation respectively. These subgroups represent the consumers. As population is growing, second and third generation have larger number of consumers. But one full container of each group on a table asks consumers of first generation from each group to consume eatables from container of their group. Now ask the second generation consumers from each group to do same. Ask students to observe carefully the available of eatables in each containers. If something is left in the containers, ask third generation from each group to consume it. Now finally observe whether all the consumers of the third generation got the eatable or not. Also observe if any is still left in any of the container. It means I think you are not getting anything from this activity, but let me explain it to you. What you have to do is to divide your class group into sub students of the group. Except this activity, you can take example of yourself also. Suppose you are assuming your grandparents, then after your own parents, and then after your generation. Suppose there is just two your grandparents, grandpa and grandma. There is just two people to use all sources like air, water and the soil. But as they have your parents also, the consumer will be increase. It means for the same amount of the air, water and the soil, the users will be increased, the consumers will be increased. Now the same source of the natural resource will be used by the more people, and by addition of your generation, what will happen, there is also increases again in the consumers. That's why the same limited source will be used by more people as the population will be increased. That's why it is very necessary to maintain the quantity of the natural resources. Suppose your grandparents used all the fuels which is available at that time, then the next generation of your parents will be not able to use that fuel because it's already used by their own parent. That's why it is very essential to maintain the source of the natural resources. And for our next generation also, we have to use our natural resources in the limited quantity, especially the exhaustible natural resources. Assume that the eatables in the container represents the total availability of an exhaustible natural resource like coal, petroleum or natural gas. Each group may have a different consumption pattern. Are the earlier generation of any group too greedy? It may be that the earlier generation in some groups were concerned about the coming generations and left something for them. It means as by this activity there is nothing is left in any containers. Means if there is numbers of natural resources around us, but we all are consume all that natural resources, then there will be left nothing for our next generation. So it's very essential to care of the natural resource. In this chapter we will learn about some exhaustible natural resources like coal, petroleum and the natural gases. In this chapter we are going to just talking about exhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible is already known by you people. These were formed from the dead remains of living organisms, you can say fossil. So these are known the fossil fuels. You may in contact with varied times fossil fuels. Now what is the fossil fuels? Fossil means living organism and fuel means the thing by which you can run your vehicles or run your machines. It means fossil fuels will name suggests itself that the fuel which is formed by the living organisms. The fuel, which is formed from the dead remains of living organism, is known as the fossil fuel. First one is the coal. We were going to discuss separately about this each and every component from the next session.